A train wreck just lit in fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry, show you where it sells. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web.
Good morning, Mega GM. Happy Thursday. It's January 22nd, Moonship. My God, man. Who'd have thought, dude, there's so many ways these the meme coins can rug. You know, it can be like, like an orchestrated bundled scammy thing, and you can get a rug that way, or you could get our latest form of rug, which is a bag zap kind of rug. Dev doesn't even launch a meme coin, like actual real Dev, not like our bullshit, version of Dev, right? We call in crypto, if you launch a meme coin, people call you a Dev, which is ridiculous. But we actually have devs who are creating stuff, and then random people, random crypto degens launching coins for them. And then what do you know? The actual dev who didn't launch the meme coin can rug in a way too when he sells his coins. Crazy stuff, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about that Ralph coin, which was kind of looking special. It was looking special. Ralph was looking like it could be our next meta, our next like leader in a new meta. It was looking like it could be our next like AI 16Z. I saw those comparisons even yesterday. And how quickly things change. And that applies to everything. Yes, with the Ralph coin, but even just in the world and specifically in the world of tariffs and what's happening, crypto related, just everything different within just 24 hours. What a crazy 24 hours here. And man, we'll get into all of it. Katz, good morning, brother. It's great to see you. Moonship, proper GMs to you. Sonia, GM. Frozen GM. Cutie, good to see you. Good morning. Every day a new one. Yeah, multiple. Mufasa, good morning. That's probably it. But here's the thing. Even in the rugs, there's so much money to make. So it's like, still probably play these things, right? There's not, in this case, there's nothing people could have done. Ralph was a vibe coin. Yeah, actually, that's perfect. I'm glad you said that. Ralph was a vibe coin. There you go. I think we call it that. Yeah. I'm in a new coin this morning. I'll tell you that. I'll let you guys guess. What's the hottest new Bags app coin? If you're paying attention, what's the hottest? And it's not even that hot. Market cap is probably still under a mil. Let me peek. Yeah, it's still under a mil. What's the hottest new Bags app coin? Came out just this morning. I happen to be up. I'm up at 4 a.m. and I'm just, doing my whatever. I'm looking around and I saw it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's something I'll roll the dice on. Little bit, 0.3 or 0.4 soul. I'm like, I'll get in there. It's playing out pretty okay so far, and I think it's got some legs. But Bridge Mine, not that one. Not that one. I'll tell you, I touched this one because it was launched from a actual dev who we all know. Dev confirmed he launched the coin, and hey, maybe this dev sells the coin, but because of the person, I'm going to roll the dice on that person because he's like in like he's a rare kind of pedigree. That might be enough for you to guess which one it is. Wax X Zyber. I gotta chat with them again, dude. The Whack Boys are cooking. Love it. I love it, man. All right, let me get ready to share this show. Throw your guesses if you got them. It's a newer coin sub. Probably a lot of people haven't even seen it, like on their timeline yet. If you guys want it, I'll give it. I don't want to be like pumping the bags, but I like to share what I'm doing. Sub 1 mil. I shared it in one little group, and everybody felt like it was late. It's 2x since then, and again, sub 1 mil. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, let me share the show. And boom. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, so we start today, and actually this is more of a yesterday thing, but with some good news. Good news on the tariff front. Donald Trump canceling the 10% tariffs that he was going to levy against the EU countries, right? This is all about Greenland. Dig it. I dig it. Because something's happening with the Greenland thing. Something. Also, this is kind of hilarious. There you go. There you go. Craig got it. Craig nailed it. Time. That's the one. You knew it. It's right. Different kind of dev. Different dev. Like, like it almost doesn't get better. You know what I mean? That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. What are we looking at right now? I'm up probably 3x, almost 4x, and it's still sub 1 mil. It's solid. I don't think this is going anywhere crazy. Could it get to like 3 to 5 mil? Maybe. Won't be surprised one little bit if it does. There you go. Here's time. This gets to 3 to 5 mil, wouldn't shock me at all. This is from Peter Todd, right? Somebody who people like guess that is Satoshi, right? And it's actually his. He said it's his coin. So there you go. So this is Peter Todd's project that he launched on Bags app. And whatever, we'll play. We play a little bit. We'll just play. And I will sell at some point, maybe even soon, might as well, right? Put in again 0.3 or 0.4. It's up to 1.7-ish, 1.6. Wait, what did Mufasa say? Yeah, whack. Yeah. Yep. I'm with you, boys. I'm with you. All right, no 10% tariff. Also means we're not going to get that 25% increase coming up in July. So that's as of now a done deal. And again, the reason being is they may have some kind of deal with Greenland. Maybe. His speech was crazy. It's as crazy as we thought it would be. The deal with Greenland, well, first off, it's crazy because there is no deal. And it sounds like whatever they're chatting about, whatever the kind of on, I was going to say on paper, it's definitely not on paper. The words are, it's exactly what we had for the most part already. Kind of nothing new. What's up, Luna? Good morning. It's nothing really new. It's like what? Defensive assets, like we'll have maybe some extra bases there. We already have a base there. We'll have the Golden Dome that's built out up there, which I guess cool. I think it's good. Access to some limited strategic land areas, cool. I think the bigger thing is access to their minerals. Oh, dude, it was crazy. And Sonia, I liked your comment, on the video, I think yesterday too, just about a speech. It was awesome. But hey, look, if everybody's happy with this deal whenever it happens, then I'm happy. I don't think we know anything about it. And I also don't think this is terribly different from what we already had, what was already possible. I don't think the threats maybe needed to happen. I don't know. But we'll see. Stop buying shit coins. Probably true, dude. Vision, probably true. But again, I'll always say, I think you buy them in the right environment. And I'm not convinced this is the right environment. I just know it's not the wrong one yet. And so I've got I got a little percent I'll put away to just get to purely fucking gamble, right? I think it's okay to do some gambling right now, but this is not easy win, automatic win time. It's definitely not. So protect your bags. You know what I mean? There's no stopping them. Vision, the coins have killed crypto, kind of. It's inevitable, man. Can't stop it. It's inevitable. The same way, royalties happened or killing royalties and NFTs. And people are like, well, if you just didn't allow that to happen, we'd be fine. It's but you can't stop it. You can't stop tokenizing everything. And so you can't stop people gambling on words. It's all it is, you can't stop it. So at that point, you just choose if you want to play it or not. So there we go. We'll see with the Supreme Court and ruling on tariffs. We'll see. We'll see. Can't remember if I mentioned yesterday, but the Supreme Court goes on a recess for 4 weeks. And that's coming up within, I think, just a few days, maybe a week at the most here. And so we probably don't get a ruling from the Supreme Court for at least a month at this point. I don't know if there's time for them to sneak it in, but I don't know. Trump saying we may get those dividends still. We may get our stimmy checks, which would be cool. We'll take it. I'm not counting on it still, but still being mentioned. But I did like Trump saying during a speech yesterday, he said the stock market when it dips is peanuts because Dow Jones is going to 50,000, and then it's going to 100,000. This dude is thinking different and probably crazy, and maybe it's like gravity saying here. Maybe he's just a liar, and we'll see. But the big story of the past 24 hours, I mean, it's the tariff stuff, sure, but Ralph is what everybody's talking about this morning. It's Ralph. Ralph got to, J-Wise, check me on this. Did it touch 60 mil? Did Ralph touch 60 mil? I think it basically got there, and it's everybody posted. It really took off when Easy tweeted about it yesterday. Yeah, you can't plan for this shit. This is why you need to just expect it happens and plan around that. Plan worst case scenario and plan around that, right? Touch 60 mil. Let's say that. What's up, E-Rock? Everyone's posting. Everybody's talking about it. Easy posted about it. Easy's post is what really sent it. Easy said, is this like the AI 16Z of this cycle? And he was right. The comparison's right. I think the comparison's right. I liked it. And the coin got like out of hand at that point. Like it just sent, again, touched 60 mil. And we wake up this morning to, good Lord, to that. That's the chart we woke up to this morning. And there you go. And the reason is Dev sold. Which, by the way, had no reason to sell. I don't like this one. I really don't like it because this coin had all the potential in the world, and it just shows it's all like vapor. It's all vapor, man. It's all vapor. The devs sold 2% of the supply when, by the way, this is the guy or one of the guys who had already made hundreds of thousands in fees. This guy made hundreds of thousands of dollars already. Did not need to sell this coin. But he did. 2% of the supply. Dumped it. This thing would have been going to 100. And it might have been going higher than that. It might have been going a lot higher than this. This could have been the one. And he killed it. And he doesn't care because I think he's kind of a troll. I think he's a troll and I think he doesn't care. But this is what we woke up to. And we'll get more into it because I think it's pretty shitty what he did. Also, it's all a game and he's playing his own game. And I'll say GG's to him like I do anybody else. Anybody else. GG's. He won. This guy won. And he didn't even make the coin. I don't even know if he bought any of the coins. I don't know if he was gifted some of that supply. Right? That's something I don't know. I don't know if he was gifted supply or if maybe he bought. If he bought, especially GG's, you can do whatever you want. But this is bullshit. We're going to get a little deeper into this in a minute. First, you know the drill. Smash the like on the show. We're on, we're all the spots. We're on X. We're on Abstract. We're on Kick. We're on Retake. Somewhere else, too. Zora. We're on, hang on. Got to fix one of them. Now on Twitch. Okay, on Twitch as well. All right. But come over here. Home base. It's over on YouTube. Subscribe. It's Crypto Slam over on this side. Hit the like here. Follow us on X, Crypto Slam IO. And follow Slam Nation X over on X. Some guests coming up. Very excited to get back into the groove there. And coming up next week, I mentioned yesterday, for the first time ever, I might pause the show. I will still go live, I believe. If I do it, I'll still go live in the morning so we can do some GMs and just cover headlines together. But and that might be next week. I'm going to suggest that to the team today. Just go let them know what I'm thinking. So just a heads up about that. But on the other side of it, interviews, everything, all that good stuff. Slam Nation X on X. And finally, and most importantly, go to ethoswarm.ai, join the wait list. The other side, if the show goes on pause, the other side will be you seeing a lot of this. And it'll be well worth the wait. I'm excited for it. Okay, hang on. Drop this in the chat. Let's take a look at the crypto market here. Oh, by the way, guys, I set up Claude Code yesterday. Finally. You know, like I'm tired of watching the things and then usually I get into the thing eventually. Usually I see a thing and it gets hot and I'm like, fuck it, let me do it eventually. And you know, I wanted to make sure I got into that early enough so I could speak on it, right? And actually, you know, if there's something really there, I want to be able to let you know. So I took me a couple hours too, just tech issues. And I'm so, dude, I used to be the IT guy, right? And I've lost it. I lost the skills. I'm pretty damn techie, you know. It's again used to be as techie as you would be if you've just lived online your whole life, right? Um, so I got Claude Code set up. The next step is today, and I'll do this tonight. Is getting the Ralph Wiggum plugin or whatever it's called, like added to it, and then I'm going to be using that Imagine Ralph thing. So I'm gonna get that going too, right? I really want to play. I really want to build. I want to see if there's things I can do with EthosSwarm. If there's something I can do where they're kind of working together. Just want to feel it out because I'm what I'm trying to test is can I just do it all, you know, without going to Claude Code? We'll see. But yeah, I'm in. And I dig it. Hey, good GG's Luna. You guys should follow Luna for sure. You guys should all just drop your handles in the chat. Everybody should be following everybody here. Fuck it, dude. You know how like here and there we've tried to organize like a Discord or a TG or whatever. Maybe it just needs to be a community on X. Maybe we just need an X community. That might just be the easiest thing to do, you know? DK, good morning, man. All right, let's look at the crypto market. Look, the tariff news was good news, and we're not cooking the way I was hoping. Yeah, dude, I think X is the way to go. Yep, Cutie, you're right. I think X chat, X community for our posts. I think that's the way to go, man. It's so much easier. I think that's it, guys. Fuck. All right. Anyway, Bitcoin at 89.5. Tariff news, J-Wise. And Justin, GM. You missed the Ralph rug. I'm going to get deeper into the Ralph thing, by the way. Trump canceled the tariffs. This is not about the this is not the Supreme Court ruling, by the way. This is just Trump canceling those 10% tariffs on the EU countries related to Greenland. So he canceled that because there's some kind of deal that is happening for us to like own minerals there to get pieces of land to install the Golden Dome, whatever it's called, right? So like the 10%, the new 10% tariffs, the thing that actually caused the latest dump, those tariffs canceled. We've not recovered yet because, you know, like a lot of us think, there was a line that was crossed and things are different now. I don't think we recover from this instantly. I think there's permanent damage from what Trump did here. Short term, at least. I think long term, totally fine. But yeah, not good. Not good. ETH still under 3K, 2,900. BNB 886, Ripple 193, Solana 129. And then let me here's Monero 502, and then I want to get to midnight. By the way, boys, I'm real excited to get to NFTs. I bought 2 NFTs yesterday. I am like loving the NFT space right now. I need to get a sense, but I'm just loving collecting right now. Grabbed a Nakamigo finally yesterday. I mentioned it during the show. I grabbed one yesterday. And then I bought a Tezos, a piece of art on Tezos from my favorite artist. He's like my favorite guy, very much in the X copy vein, not X copy, but you guys know a lot do. My favorite artist is Hudah. And I bought a 1/1 from him that I just fucking love, like love. Did Midnight fall back to second page? I saw your message, Kat, and we do need to chat. It's hard to stay away, but you've got some, it sounds like you got some cool utility stuff. Look at that. Midnight's down almost 6%. I'm really liking Midnight, guys. I'm really liking Midnight. I'm really liking it. Here, I just got to show this because I think it's so cool. Look at this thing. I think this is such a cool piece. I think that is such a badass piece. Like that's my favorite artist. This showed up because I happen to be looking at object.com. Oh, dude, Iraq, I'd be holding those GVCs. I would. I want one so bad, but I'm going to play the Vibester game. I think Vibester is going to get me back into vibes and have ETH left over. But dude, I saw this and right away, it's a 1-1, not listed. Right away, I threw an offer at it. And I knew this piece was different because right away somebody else threw an offer at it. Right away. In fact, no. Somebody else had an offer on it first. I doubled his offer. Somebody else came in and won up me by 100 TES. And I said, fuck that, man. Cancel my offer, threw a higher offer. And then I messaged Hudah Rocket and just said, dude, I love this piece. It's incredible. Figuring it might get him to look at the offers and accept. And it did. He accepted. Boom, won. I love this piece. I love it, love it, love it. Look, all I'm doing is just going to say there's so many people who love to collect. And by the way, I wouldn't have spent what I spent in a bear market. No chance. But it just shows the way I behave is how most people behave when they have it. They'll spend it. People love to collect. It's in our nature to collect. And the NFTs in general are never going to die. And in a world, if we get to that point where everybody does have money, a lot of extra money, the universal higher income or lots of stimmies, we're going to spend and spend and spend and spend. And I'm very bullish on NFTs because of that. It's, to me, an unavoidable thing. And it could be wrong. Could be wrong. Quickly looking at ETFs. 708 million outflows yesterday. Man. Hang on, what's this? What you working on, man? Interesting. Dude, that's really cool. That's really cool. Cats, I would make you a bet, and we could just do it on the side or whatever. I'll make you a bet that I know you don't right now, you will care again one day. I'll make that bet. You will one day care a lot about collecting NFTs again. I'll make that bet. It's a better thing, by the way. Cares about passive income. Yeah, I can't wait to see that, Hoods. That's badass. 708 million outflows. By the way, it's fucking freezing. I don't know what part of the world, or country you guys are at, but I think a lot of us are in a cold spell right now and about to get into a very cold spell starting tomorrow. Man, it's chilly out there. I think we're going to have like negative 35 tomorrow or something crazy. Anyway, ETH NFT, ETFs, Jesus. 287 million outflows. And then Solana, now I don't know. I'm just going to assume like 5 mil inflows. 3 mil inflows. Okay. Maybe pre-AI boom art NFTs. That too. I think some of the early AI art NFTs though are going to do very well. Stuff like early Botto, early Quasimondo, Lost Robbies are going to be. Those are going to be $1 million plus. Early AI art on chain is going to be worth a lot. Luna collection I'm most bullish on. It's got to be Sense. By the way, I love your PFP. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, dude, cats, exact. Yeah. Yep. Early AI images, surreal wild. Yeah, dude, I agree. Oh, Justin, they're so fun, right? I think it's a great time to be collecting. A great time. Because it's a lot of people like cats who are it's smart. Like a lot of people, not that they got burned, but don't see the upside, don't feel it, don't want to play that game. But I kind of can argue people feel like worse about meme coins now and they want something slower and less ruggy. And I'm like, you have exactly that in NFTs. Like the thing you want is over in the NFT side. Luna, I for a long time thought you two were the same person. Like I just thought you were the same. But yeah. Dude, it's so cold. It's so cold. Good Lord. Look, Kathy Wood has some bold predictions. She's one of those predicting $1 million Bitcoin, and I don't think that's crazy, and that's years off, right? And I'm with her. I'm totally with her. However, this take, I mostly agree with, saying that we're mostly through the pain. Actually, she's not saying mostly. She's saying we're through the pain. That doesn't mean Bitcoin can't go lower. Like, I think it does go lower. But I think through the most painful part, I kind of agree here. In fact, I think I bigly agree. I hope we're going to find out a lot this year. And you know what? This is where Trump's going to have to prove if everything he's been saying is bullshit or not, saying he's expecting like explosive growth. Last year, he said that growth we'd start seeing this year. He wasn't talking about like right now, when he was saying it then. He's like, next year, watch what happens. Let's see. Oh, fucking Luna. I love that, man. Is that real? Is that like your real prediction? Is that your thought? Because I like that. I could get with that, like, spot on with you. I can see us getting into the, upper 60s, mid 60s. I can see us much lower, but I think, yeah, I'm there. I'm with you exactly. I won't be shocked if we don't get as low as 67, but I can easily see it. And then I think the next run is a special run. And I think when we start approaching 200 is when like normal people are looking at crypto again. They're like, holy fuck, dude. I thought at 100K it's over, but you're telling me I could have doubled my money? And it might happen in a short period of time too. Like that run might be over a month or a few weeks or a couple months. It's going to be a short time where people are going to be like, I could have just doubled my money. And if we do touch 67, then it's not doubled. It's 3x in your money. My buddies who bought in at the top of Bitcoin last year, who are now down if they're holding still, I believe, when they're back in profits and it's running to 200, like people will come back. People will come back. Absolutely no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. We got some jobs numbers today. Jobless claims, 200,000. Estimate was almost 210K, so came in a little better. A little better. This is not enough to move the needle in any way, but a little better. That's happy to see it. And some good numbers here too. U.S. GDP grew by 4.4% in Q3. Expectations 4.3%, so came in a little above as well in a good way. Again, not enough to move the needle, but good. We'll take it. We'll take any of these wins we can get. I dig it. All right, now back to Ralph. And let me pull up that chart. Let me pull up the Ralph chart. I think, at least last I saw right before the stream, it had a little bit of a recovery. I did buy this morning, and I sold. Up a little bit, and we're talking I put in like 1.5 SOL. Because there's always a play right after a dump like that with how much attention's on this thing. How many people are talking about it? How many people are down bad that need this thing to go back up? I'm like, okay, you're going to get a bounce here. And you've got it, right? This dipped to like 4.8 mil or so. Which just back up to 7 mil. But again, it's atrocious. Look, this might get back to like 15 mil. I actually thought this might be like just an incredible play because we did this just, a week ago. Big old dump. And we're like, is this a smart buy here? And it was. It would have been. Is it the same here? Well, I don't trust this guy anymore. So I'll take the little I made and just say, let this thing do what it's going to do. I don't trust this guy at all. That Jeffrey guy, not at all. He doesn't seem like a great dude. I'll say that. And I'm going to show you why. Because I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt and whatever. This guy feels different. And I think he's playing a good game, but I don't think I'm going to be in that one. I'm not going to play it. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, J-Wise. No, I don't trust it. And it wouldn't matter. Look, if he had no coins, then who cares if I trust it? For what it's worth, I actually think it'll do great. I do. I think this will be back to 20, 25, 30, maybe never all-time high again. But here's if he had no coins, I'd probably be back in. The fact that he still has like 2% of the supply or something means he's probably going to do that again. So I'm not going to touch it. So here's his tweet this morning when he sold. And the way he tweets it just is shitty too. Going to test the paper hands from the diamond hands, and he still holds Ralph. Okay. He had like a 12-hour window to wait for what? His next, batch of tokens to be vested. I don't know why that matters, but he dumped maybe early. I don't know. He sold a lot. Like we saw, he sold 2% of the supply. And here's the thing. You're assuming this is a non-crypto guy, right? Because that's the impression I had. Non-crypto guy. He doesn't know that you're not supposed to sell coins like that. And so you have Bold saying it's what we call rugging. It's crazy. This is a crypto guy Now this is where the bullshit comes in. This is where like the trust is completely gone. He said, understand I'm not a crypto bro. It's a lie. He is a crypto guy. He is. He knows what he's doing. He absolutely knows what he's doing. He's full of shit. This is why like there's no trust. There's none. He knows what he's doing. I like that he's talking about long-term thinking. I like that. That's why I'm thinking this coin probably does have some upside, right? I think he is playing a game at this point. I think he's going to make more money on this. He's going to stay attached to it too, by the way. He's going to tweet about it still. He's still building, but he's going to dump this thing again. Almost definitely. Almost definitely. He still holds 3% of the supply. That's my big concern. He still holds 3% of the supply, and he's lying about stuff. Pretty sure he's lying about stuff. He had a post saying he was de-risking his investment. That might have been, was it in that first tweet? That might have been in here. Did he say de-risk here? It might have been there it is. Yeah. Fun 2 weeks. Folks made millions trading this coin. I don't think anybody made millions. Fees have been lovely. He made hundreds of thousands, but I need to de-risk my investment. Guys, as far as I know, I've got to find out how he got coins. Because, like, again, de-risk his investment. I don't think he bought coins. And so this post this morning, it's a reply to Matthew's tweet here. Who am I married to? Did I have a choice? Now he's talking about this coin. He didn't launch the coin. He's like, am I married to it? Do I have a choice in it? Didn't launch it, didn't consent to it, don't have control over the token, except he had 5% of the supply, so he does have control. I don't have an admin to my own community. Again, what's the risk? What's the risk here? This is him. This is a shot of him claiming fees. He's all over this thing. Claim the fees, dude. That's great. It's great, but de-risking what? It's all free money. It's crazy stuff. I think this one's dangerous to be in. This one, okay, we talk every day about risk reward. This one's huge risk and also huge reward. I'm not going to play that. I like the little risk, little downside with the, good reward still possible. This one's way too high risk. This can go to zero for sure. 7 mil now. This can be right back at 3 in a minute. I don't think it's going to. I think this is going to be back to 15 or 20. But yes, I went and I looked at the gas token this morning just to remind myself it's exactly how this could play out. You don't often see a chart look like that in a coin recover too, but it's all about trust, and he broke the trust of everybody. Everybody. Now, here's the thing. Says he's not an NFT guy or a crypto guy. He's not a crypto bro. He is. He is. He's launched an NFT platform before. The NFT Bay, downloadable files of all NFTs minted on ETH and Sol. So just the JPEGs, right? He's a crypto guy. He knows it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a troll. He knows what he's doing. So how do you trust a coin like that when somebody like him can absolutely crush the token price in an instant? And I imagine he wants to. He's a troll. Also, it's fun. And also, that kind of energy brings attention. It's all about attention. Yeah, that Seeker coin's cooking. Yeah, and that's what people are asking, Jay-Wise. Like, the fix for this is what? Like, Bags is, like, close to having a really cool, like, launch pad, but there has to be some kind of protection, or it's just, like, know the risk. Might still argue you don't need to do anything. Like, we knew there's no utility for the coin. So it's like you go in just knowing that this thing can die at any moment, and kind of does. But it would have been, I'm with you, dude. If he didn't pull that shit, if he had that trust still with the community, this coin probably would have been 100. Because if this kept going, if I weren't worried about him dumping, I might have been buying in thinking this could be a $200, $300 million coin. So you would get people who already missed the big move. You would get people like me buying in. Probably would have. So, like, blew that opportunity. What a bummer. What a huge freaking bummer. And you can almost, like, compare it to, Shaw and the AI 16Z coin and stuff. It's like when you lose the trust of the community, you lose your token value, which is it's lame, but it is what it is, right? And so Shaw's pointing out a couple things, by the way. I think this is so interesting. So the ideal with Ralph is that looping, right? So when you ask it to do a task and it writes code, it doesn't just deliver it to you. It goes and it tests the code and it loops and it checks it and makes sure it works. And if it doesn't, it goes and builds again and it loops back, right? That's what Ralph does that's so unique. I've been wondering all along, is that really unique though? Like I've been wondering because that seems like a thing you would hope your agent or your AI product does, that it self-checks itself. And I loved seeing Shaw's tweet this morning saying, just for the record, guys, we tried this already, and we tried this probably a year ago. Whenever they started launching, when Shaw built coding agents, it doesn't work. He's saying and I love that he said, obviously. He said, it was the first thing I tried, obviously. Have your agent write code, but have your agent check the code and then rewrite it and keep tweaking and testing. I think this is more damaging to Ralph than anything. It's a hype LARP. It's not an ideal strategy for Claude Code. I would like to know why. But I had a feeling about that. It's kind of just hype. I like it. It's a hype LARP. It doesn't make it better. It doesn't make it work. And that said, I don't think Ralph is dead. I don't think it's dead. I don't know if this can get back to 60, and also it could. I'm just not going to touch it. I'm not just going to throw money away at this point because I don't know with this one. It's got some upside, might have a lot of upside, but it's very easily got downside to zero, very easily. It's got, how many holders does it have? How many holders? 7,500 holders. Yeah. We'll see. Shaw's cooking, though, and this is like an important thing, man. You know, like you got guys out here who are building and actually shipping stuff, and the value's not there anymore. Eliza OS is what? Let's see the Eliza OS is at a 3 mil market cap. Actually, hang on. I think we go here. No, that's a scam one. Is this a BNB token right here? Yeah, on Pancake Swap. I don't know which one I should use. I don't know the CA. The Radium Pool one. Why is it mintable, though? Why does this not feel like the right one? Although, here, let's see. I mean, I think that's the one. He's just got it like kind of some automated trading going on. Did I not get the right one? Hang on. Let's see. Am I on that one? I think this is it. I clicked the Meteora pool. All right, where my mouse is now. How many down? Yeah, this one. Okay. I thought I was on that. Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. So Eliza OS sitting at a 20 mil market cap, 26 mil FDV. And the point here is, got it. Point here is like, man, it's like not the output and not the product that matters. It's just the attention and hype. That's it. Like Shaw lost the trust with the community too. And so his shit is not worth anything close to what it used to be. He hit a $2 billion coin at one point. But you lose the trust of the community and you got this. I don't think there's anybody like, like individual. Well, he's got a team at this point too, right? But like degen dev creator, I don't think there's anybody shipping as much as this guy, and he's got a 20 mil market cap coin. And so he's right. Even as, as of yesterday, Eliza OS trading well under what Ralph is, in spite of, like he said, multiple launches and partners and a roadmap. And yes, 100 teams building using his framework and his tech. It's not about that. None of it's about the tech. None of it's about the product. None of it, because there's no utility for the coins. It's just about hype. And we know that, which is a bummer. E-Rock, the beautiful thing, dude? I'm going to get to this NFT stuff quickly here. I don't think we have to do a damn thing. It's just going to happen. If Jeff didn't make the coin, how does he make the fees? Yeah, so when you make a coin, you can pick who the fees go to. So somebody else made it, and they just picked him, and then they tell him, hey, claim this. That's it, But Shaw's cooking. He's got this like RuneScape browser-based MMO, which is awesome, man. I want to play it actually. All right, let's move on. Ralph, I don't know. Play it, don't play it. Kind of a scummy guy, though, I think. So I'm not going to dip my toes back in. I'm going to hold that time bag a little bit still. Again, I like Peter Todd. I don't think that thing's got huge upside, but I could see it at a few mil. So I'm gonna stay in time for a bit. 600K market cap right now. So we'll see. All right, Clarity Act updates. The Senate Agriculture Committee dropped their version of the Clarity Act. I don't know if we call it the Clarity Act here, or if it's just the market structure bill. It's got some changes. I think I'm hearing good changes. It's not a good look, by the way, Jay-Wise. The end of Bags app. The fact that two of their biggest coins are just super fuddy. It's not a good look, man. It's not good. Market structure bill. Okay, so we got their version of it. Again, some good updates there. Some good stuff. Some stuff that I don't love either. Limits CFTC jurisdiction into digital commodity intermediaries, right? So this is like, it's setting this line that distinguishes, like self-custody wallets versus, somebody who's actually going to take your coins and swap your coins or trade on your behalf. And it's going to define, like, do you have to KYC or not? So there's some good stuff here. I didn't see anything yet with it addressing stablecoin yield, which is a big deal. Let me drop this in the chat too, because this is a good post. There we go. It's not going to pass. It's not. I'm going to stand by that. Been saying that now for a while, since December. It's not going to pass. The crypto bill is now likely delayed until February or March. It's not going to be an issue that they're going to care about for midterms. Trump's trying to get this affordability stuff going. It's not going to pass. It's definitely not going to pass in January. It's almost definitely not going to pass in February, or I don't think it's going to pass in March either. I'm probably get with these takes that are saying if it's not now, it's years down the road, which kind of sucks, but it's not going to pass. Hope I'm wrong. I hope it does pass by, March or whatever course, but it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good. Short term, it's not looking good. It's not going to pass. So, bummer. It's a bummer. We have, was it Base? Hang on, did Base acquire Farcaster? Oh, Nanar? I don't know. I thought that was Base. I read it wrong at first, that it's Base acquired Farcaster. I don't know. I don't know anybody who, I know one person who uses Farcaster daily. One person. They just can't ever get that. They can't ever get that traction. On to AI. And by the way, I think officially we're going to stop using cookie.fun. First off, it clicked for me why Mindshare doesn't work. It's because the InfoFi thing, because they were cut off from the XAPI. So, of course. So the other thing, or the only thing I was using it for, is market caps. But every day I look at this, and there's something wrong with the market caps. And some of this stuff is out of their control. If somebody launched a token and the tokenomics are fucked, then, what they're reading the chain. I'm assuming they're reading the blockchain. So, but I'm going to go double check this one and see if it is actually on chain or if this is their fuck up. Let's see. It's showing like a 400 trill Yeah, I don't. Here, let's see. I think that's an ETH coin. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I kind of can't rely on the site anymore. So I think I'm just going to retire cookie.fun. I think that's it. So we're going to start going to CoinGecko. And we'll just look here. So we'll pull up the AI tokens and we'll just do the same thing here. Just look for top coins. Elsa. Cats, I dug into that wall chain FUD. Yeah, crazy stuff. They're pissed, right? So people who got in that InfoFi campaign and the Elsa team held back a pretty big chunk of tokens that they were supposed to give to that community. They didn't give them. So I know the wall chain guys are waiting for an update from these people, and they put them out, publicly, like, do the right thing, and here's what happened, and they laid it all out there. Crazy stuff. But that token is up. But look, 45 mil market cap. Token's up 44% here. Here's your top tokens, though. It's Sentient, Alchemist, Secret, and Nosanza. Look at Pippin still doing really well. Pippin's back to a 400 mil market cap. Who else is moving here? Let's see. It's funny, though, looking at this view, it's very different from the other side. The other one was more, at least I saw it as more agenty or agentic, but yeah, maybe I prefer this view now. Your top losers here. Clanker. I didn't realize ARK had come back so strong, by the way, right? We remember ARK from a year ago. Well, ARK's back to a 70 mil market cap, up almost 20% in the past week. It's down 17% in the past 24 hours, but ARK is back. I know they were dipping their toes in like the prediction market world too, but yeah, ARK's legit. So good to see that. D Agent AI, Mind Network, Accurist, and D Cargo. There's your top losers here. Cato, look at that. It's down like 40%. Crazy stuff. We got more virtuals drama too. We'll get to that. On the board, actually, before we look at the board here, just looking at those new coins, how they're performing. Again, we've not seen anything new that's good, but there's Nexus, still around 200K. Pilot's right around there. Yeah, nothing crazy here. Melvin at almost 600K FDV. Here's Morse, which is kind of part of, that new drama here. Yeah, nothing crazy happening here. What's trending? Yeah, no, I mean, we've had no big shakeups here. Looking very samey. So, just peeking at the board and what's coming. We're going to be following Black Swan when it launches. 4 days off. We're going to follow Way for sure when that launches. 5 days off here. 5 days off for that. And then still nothing new on the board. There's just nothing, dude. Cricket's over here right now. It's going to change. I think there are so many projects that are sitting back and waiting for this market to get hot, and then they launch, and we will have some great launches coming. Sure of it. We saw the big Will. Hang on, guys. Remind me, did we cover the Will tweet yesterday? I think we did, right? The Will tweet kind of exposing Evans. I think we did. Yeah, we did. So now we have Evans firing back and like trying to poke some holes in Will's argument. Look, I think there's truth to what both of them are saying. I've always thought Evans is not super kosher. I like Will. I think what he's doing is great work. And I've at points questioned like some of the ratings and some of like the, trying to think. I love that he's building out this new like creator monetization thing. I love him. He's kind of trailblazing there. I love that. Don't always love that it feels like you have to pay to get the exposure, but that's part of the game too. Like your time's valuable. You can't do it free either, but I've just never got a great feel for like what's the best way to do it. He's experimenting and he's learning as he goes. That said, like I know Will accused Evans of like fabricating a tweet, saying it was completely made up and even based on the wording of the tweet. Is it really photoshopped? It's a big point, right? If the tweet's really photoshopped, then Evans loses. He's got no argument. Then he's a complete scumbag. I'm not convinced it's photoshopped, but if anything, I lean to trusting the guy who I know, right? Which is Big Will. So I got to lean where I trust him. But also, it's like that tweet. Let me see if I can find that exact one. It doesn't sound like that's something he wouldn't say. You know what I mean? Like that sounds like something like I could picture Will saying, not in a shitty way, but just, the story was Will had messaged, this apparently is fake, but he'd messaged the Morse account and said, "Hey, saw this launch is coming up. Would love to chat, get a better understanding of it." And basically saying, but to get a better understanding, you got to come on the show and you got to pay to come on the show. That doesn't sound like something that he definitely wouldn't say. Will said that he wouldn't open something like this. Saw Morse is coming up as a unicorn. I feel like I can hear him saying that. That doesn't sound crazy, but either way, Will saying this is photoshopped. I'm going to lean towards believing Will. And if it's photoshopped, then Evans is a complete scumbag. But all I know is, you know what? You know what it is, guys? It's just like the Ralph coin. When you lose my trust, I'm not touching anything. Evans didn't lose my trust back, when he started and along the way. He just never gained my trust. You know what I mean? Will had gained my trust. Evans never got my trust, never gained it. With that being fake, I think, I'm not 100%. I think it's fake, but I'm not sure. But he now has lost the trust, and so now he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. If I find out that tweet's real, different story. You can flip it at that point. Who's more likely to lie? I don't think Will's a liar. So that would be shocking if that tweet is real, if that DM is real. That would be shocking, and then that would be a lie, and then all that trust is gone. But I lean towards, I trust Will right now because I know Will's motivations are good, right? Some of the execution, again, when you're figuring stuff out, execution's not perfect. Like the backroom thing wasn't great. It just wasn't great, but I also get when you're trying to survive, and that was at a really tricky time in the space where it's like, you're not sure you're going to make it, doing your thing, him running a show, trying to actually live doing this full time. So you sometimes might have to get a little cutthroat. So it wasn't great what happened there, but also I know his motivations and he's a good guy. And then I've always felt like Evans is maybe not it. For me, it was always maybe. So I just kind of just wouldn't touch the Evans stuff. Never followed him. I didn't even want to see him on my feed. I'm like, just what he has to say, I'm not interested because I don't get good vibes. But we'll see. I don't think this story's done. I'm very curious about that tweet being real or not real. And if that tweet's real or the DM's real, then we got a whole bigger problem here. But I'll, I don't feel like I need to pick sides, but I'll back Will until I ever get a reason to not. And I think he's a good guy. So interesting stuff. Drama all over the place. Drama's kind of fun. Cool update from Google. This is random as fuck, but I like it. I got kids, so I think, I pay attention to this stuff. Launching a full-length on-demand practice exams for standardized tests in Gemini. So kids can take practice SAT exams now, which is awesome. I told this to my daughter yesterday. She's like, we already could do that. So I got to figure out what's so different here, right? Like the kids told me that they could already take practice tests. But I don't think that's totally the case. Or maybe they had to do it through the school. They couldn't just from home do it for fun to like really practice. And when my son was doing this stuff, that's a good point. Actually, hang on. I'm going to come right back to that. When my son was doing like SAT and whatever the other test is, I remember he had to pay to take some of the practice tests too. So whatever this is awesome. Okay. Great point though, because Evans did a show with that Rogers guy. Right? They did can't remember the name of the show, Evans and whatever show. But his partner here, this Rogers guy, tweeted here he didn't want to be involved. Like he wrote something like you should have you shouldn't put my name on any of this stuff. He definitely put some distance. Yeah, it was actually the other tweet, I think. He didn't want to be involved with whatever this drama is. You would think if this was legit, he'd be backing up his boy, and he's not. He's doing the opposite, saying I don't want anything to do with this. Like, don't put my name on your shit. To his partner, to his co-host guy, yeah. Silly shit. Again, for me, all hinges if this is real, then Will's got a little problem, and I'm gonna lean towards I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. Will has got my trust, Idea Ralph. We're gonna get to NFTs now, but Idea Ralph, I think is fucking awesome. I'll be hands-on with this like ASAP. I hope tonight. So I'll let you know how that's going. I'll let you know. Incredible things. Over to NFTs. God, I wish NFTs were hot enough where that's like the lead, One day. NFTs 26 mil in cross-chain sales. You know, it's the same project as yesterday doing most of that volume, but we'll take it. Sellers are up, buyers are up, transactions are up. Average sale price down a little bit. We're like almost $300 is spicy. Trade profit still negative, but up to negative 800 something thousand. But Flying Tulip, 26 million sales. Again, it's essentially buying a whitelist to an ICO, basically. But a lot of money coming into that. It's pretty sweet. I want to check floor prices here in a minute too, but just got to say, I mean, collectors are collecting and it's a great sign for NFTs. And even if this, any kind of hot market doesn't materialize, I just think it's a great time to be collecting. And so do other people. Here's almost $1 million offer on a zombie punk, which I can't remember their last, more recent sales prices. Actually, I kind of want to check. I don't remember if that's like kind of along the rate, the price they've been selling at, or if that's a little cheap. I'm actually not sure. Here, let's see. Are we frozen? All right, just a little slow. Man, I'm trying to remember. And man, Mike, so I bought that Tezos thing, and in my head, I'm like, you could have bought a cents. You could have bought a cents. So I'm still looking. I'm still if the time trade plays out well, right? If I can turn that into more like a 5 to 10x, I'm probably going to roll it right into a cents. All right, this is a little too slow right now, but we just let's kill that. $1 million offer on a zombie punk. Let's see what it goes for. Cowboy has 170th bid. Love it, dude. It's collecting season. It's collecting season. X copy still moving. Here's an addition. Overlord 28, almost 29 ETH. Yeah, X copy season for sure, man. People are collecting. I love it. Good vibes. This is actually a cool story. It's actually a cool story. All right, so I'm gonna double check. We're gonna look at floor prices. I want to double check something, but Vibey number 6969. Okay. He's getting raffled off. They do this a lot, by the way. If you have Vibeys based on their traits, which the traits equal badges, you're entered a raffle. So they're raffling off this guy. But hang on. I'm kind of a little lost. I hope E-Rock is still here. 6969. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I think I got this right. I was thinking, so here's the story. Months ago, some dude burned a Vibey just cause, right? Some guys do that. They just like to, fuck with a collection. It's for fun. But as an artist, I bet you hate that somebody pulls your asset out, you're like permanently gone, in a way. You see it in the burn address, in the burn wallet, but it can never be traded, never own, nothing. It's always interesting. So the collection size, even though it's 6,969, technically there's only 6,968 that are in circulation. And so they're doing a raffle, and they're raffling off that very last piece. So I thought for some reason it was I made up this story, I guess. I thought they minted a copy of the one that was burned to bring their supply back up to the right number. I don't think that's what it is at all. They're literally taking the last minted one, which was not the one that was burned, and they're raffling it off. Oh, wait. So was I right? Did they mint a new one, like a copy of the burned one? Is that what actually happened? If so, that's fucking awesome. Like, that is a cool-ass story. That's a cool story, man. If that's what they did, that's badass. Let's see. Where's it? Yeah, so this shows 6968 still. Recently created. So I think that's him. And he's 6969. Okay, so it's the last minted one. But I don't think they made a copy. That's what I thought that's what they did. Reminted the one that was burned. Instead, it's just the very last minted, and he's going to it kind of's got a special number now because there's not 69.69 of them. There's 69.68 of them. You see that up here. They don't count if something's in the burn wallet. It does not count. It doesn't count to supplies. It technically does. Like the contract will show that's how many tokens there are, but OpenSea won't count it because it knows it's never going to be circulated. So it's cool, man. Like that's cool. That's a cool bit of lore, and somebody's going to own it. And now like Good Vibes is all about lore. It's all about lore. So now all of a sudden he's a special piece because he just is part of a special moment in the collection. I just think it's so fucking cool. And then back to how does Good Vibes get their Token Works token to a 20 mil market cap? I'm real sure about this. Depends on the market, but it's going to get there on its own. I have trouble seeing it not getting there. I just have a lot of trouble seeing it not get there. 8 mil now. I think there's so much upside on this coin, so much downside too. If this market gets a little rough, this can be right back to 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil for sure. There's downside on this thing for sure. But if this market gets hot, this coin is going to look really, really cheap here. I'm a buyer here if I sense that the market's about to get hot. I don't sense it yet. I'm not buying any more yet. I'm happy with my position. I'm in it 6 mil or 5 mil. Happy there. But I'm not selling yet. The upside's too great for me, so I don't want to sell and lock in anything yet. I was right about the NFTs, and I know they're going to go higher. And I'm pretty positive I'm right about this coin too. A lot of upside on it. So one of my bigger plays. I'm really excited for that. Back to floor prices, though. I just want to peek because, yeah, cents are on fire. I mean, right? These were 0.004 just a week ago. 0.0076 now. I hope they pull back. I hope they do because I really want a few of these. I really hope they pull back. Taproot Wizards, interesting. Very expensive. Far from what they were, though. I mean, my God. But Udi's back, full throttle, bull post, and he's in Discord, getting very, very chatty. Oh, wait. You can enter if you've got Vibester, huh? You don't need a Vibey. You can just Vibester gets you in. I need to check what roles you get for. Okay, hang on. Eligibility. Oh, right, because there's a badge for having 69,000 Vibester. Is there a badge for having like 200K Vibester or something? Like, if there's tiers there, I might level up a little bit. I might buy a little more just to get it to a next tier for a badge if they have it. I don't know if they do. Wow, dude, I forgot all about that. Okay, well, I'll be entering then. Dude, awesome. Erock, is there a badge for another level up, or is it just 69K and then that's it? That's fucking awesome, man. Guys, like, can't beat that, man. 69,000 Vibester gets you a badge. It lets you enter all their raffles. It's just one entry, while a lot of these guys have hundreds, dozens of entries or maybe hundreds, but that's badass. Do you know what the tiers are, Erock? 69, and then do you know what that next tier up is? I think I'm like 190K Vibester. It's not crazy. It's not a crazy amount, but it's okay. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, how much do I have? I think I've got 190K. But it's like if it's like 200K is a level, I would definitely top off just to get that extra badge. Yeah, 190. I would top off to 200 if that meant getting another badge. Man, just love what they're doing. Love. Just fucking love. What else? FX Hash, I'm definitely in art mode. They've got a new thing. It's more like a curated kind of release where the platform's open. Anybody can mint. But now they have this curated thing, FX Hash Plus. I'm watching. I'm not minting whatever this is. Like, no plans to mint. There's just no, there's no motion on FX Hash now. There's great art, but there's no motion. Even that dragon I bought, I'm like, I love it. I think in the future there's some, potential for it, but I don't think short term anything FX Hash has got any kind of motion. 250 is the next one. Okay, hang on. So I would need 60,000 Vibester. 0.18 ETH. Man, basically what I spent on a Nakamigo yesterday. If I didn't buy that yesterday, I probably would have bought this just to get that next level up. I doubt I'm going to do it, but I maybe. I don't think I'm going to do it, but it's an option. It's an option. All right, last check on crypto prices here. But yeah, NFTs, by the way, let's peek at ETH floors too. But you know, the Bitcoin collectibles, like, man, I think looking great. A lot of green on the ETH side too, so I love that. I love that. Stuff's looking good. I'm going to tell you, you know, this is not a play for most people, but I'm just going to say the play that I think is there. Again, this is not a normal kind of play, but I'm more and more look, my thesis for this collection in particular feel as strong as ever about it because I'm seeing the bids, the offers coming in, continuing to get higher. And these are selling, starting to sell a little more regularly now. This is the Beeple Regular Animals collection. Sale yesterday. Let's kill the mints. We had a sale yesterday. We had 2 sales 4 days ago. One that was bought and then flipped. This is starting to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm just noticing it's picking up the pace a little bit. And the bids are coming up too. And I don't know why they don't all, unless maybe the bid is, the site's not reflecting the bids properly. Because most of these, if not all of them, have a 4.5 ETH offer on them. It's going to come up. It's going to come up. I'm really sure these are going to be 10 plus ETH, but again, it's a different game. I think there's I think a very, very interesting collection. All right, there we are, 89. Not much change. We'll see today. We'll see today how things go. All right, smash the like on the show. Remember, go to ethoswarm.ai and get on the wait list here. And subscribe to Crypto Slam on YouTube. Guys, I hope your day's phenomenal. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Have a great day, and goodbye.